Action!
Welcome to Kermode Uncut. If you're a regular listener to the Radio 5 Live film show I do with Simon Mayo, and I hope you are, you know that a couple of weeks ago our guest was Toby Jones, a wonderful actor, one of my favourite. He came in to talk about Serena, this new film directed by Suzanne Bier. It's an interesting film, it's kind of troubled. Toby's in it, although not in it as much as I would like him to be, because as far as I'm concerned you can never have too much Toby Jones. But I thought I would take this opportunity therefore to give you my top 5 Toby Jones performances. And straight in at number 5, Marvellous, in which Toby Jones gives a frankly marvellous performance as Stoke City's very own Neil Baldwin. Now I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, Mark, that's not a film. It's a television programme, and you'd be absolutely right. But Toby has done so much great work in both film and television that just this once, I'm going to bend the rules.
Harry Potter. Such an honour it is.
At number 4, not just a film, but a whole series of films, the Harry Potter movies, in which Toby Jones stars as Dobby the house elf. Now, interesting thing about this is, when I first heard the voice of Dobby the house elf, I didn't know it was Toby Jones. I thought it was the voice of Dobby the house elf. Years later, I was on stage with Toby, and we asked him whether he could do Dobby's voice for the amusement of the audience. Turned out he can't. Turned out that voice can only be used to accompany the visuals and the distinctive presence of Dobby the house elf himself. Now, we all know what happens in the end of Harry Potter, or at least we think we do, unless there are any more books. So the fact of the matter is, we aren't going to hear that voice again. It's a real shame, because I love the voice of Dobby the house elf.
The Birds is coming. My most ambitious movie ever. And we want you to star in it.
At number 3, The Girl. And once again, I know you're going to say film, television, but hey, bear with me, because the reason I think The Girl stands up so well is because of Toby Jones's performance as Alfred Hitchcock. It's about the making of the birds and the awfully sort of frustrated relationship he had with his leading lady. But what's particularly interesting about the film is it was around at exactly the same time that Sir Anthony Hopkins was playing Hitchcock in Hitchcock. And you know what? Toby was a lot better.
God.
And while we're on the subject of Toby being a lot better, it brings us to our number 2 entry, Infamous, in which he played Truman Capote. Now, once again, by a bizarre coincidence, at the same time that Toby was doing an absolutely brilliant Truman Capote, so was Philip Seymour Hoffman, who went on to win the Academy Award. Now, I will confess that Capote is a better film than Infamous, but I would also hold that Toby Jones's Capote is a better Capote than Philip Seymour Hoffman's.
Sì. È qui.
Which brings us to the number 1 spot, the film for which Toby Jones won his coveted Kermode Award for Best Actor. I'm talking, of course, about Barbarian Sound Studio, in which he played an increasingly traumatised sound man working on a strange, gory horror film who descends into a nightmarish world of weird, oral strangeness. It's a terrific film, one of my real standout favourites of the last 10 years. And at the centre of it is Toby Jones giving, in my opinion, his best performance ever. I know it's not the movie of his that more people have seen than any other movie, but it really is the one that demonstrates just what a terrific actor Toby Jones really is. So that's my number 1. What about yours? What are the Toby Jones performances that really stand out for you? What did I miss? Let me know.
Don't be afraid. A new world of sound awaits you. A new world that requires all your magic powers.